Have you ever felt like you are carrying the weight of other people's emotions? Like you are an antenna for everyone's moods, good or bad? Do you sometimes feel exhausted without even knowing why, or finding yourself shifting your own feeling just to match someone else's energy? Maybe you've been told that you are too sensitive or that you care too much, but deep down, you know it's more than that. You are sensing something that most people don't. Maybe you are picking up on the energy around you. And if this sounds familiar, by the end of this video, you will have everything you need to create healthier boundaries. Feel more grounded in your own energy and stop feeling so drained by other people's emotions. So stick around, it's worth it, I promise. Hi, my name is Virginie and welcome to my channel. If you are an empath or someone who feels deeply connected to the emotions and energies around you, you're in the right place. I've been there myself and I know the challenges and gifts that comes with feeling others' energy. So let's talk about why this is happening, where it comes from, and most importantly, what we can do about it. To really understand why you are so sensitive to others' energy, we need to look at how our early experiences shape us. From a very young age, before we even remember, our bodies are learning to survive in our environments. So if you grew up in a household where you had to sense others' moods to feel safe, then you learned to tune into energy as a survival skill. Maybe you had to read a parent's mood to know if it was okay to speak up, or you had to calm yourself just to maintain harmony around you. And this conditioning makes you hyper aware of other people's emotions. You are literally wired to pick up on even the smallest energy shifts. Let me give you an example from my life. Growing up, I often felt responsible for the emotional well-being of those around me. So if a family member was upset, I felt I needed to fix it. Over time, of course, I started associating others' moods with my own sense of safety and worth. Can you relate to that? This ability to read energy likely stems from your childhood, where you learned to tune into others as a way of feeling secure. Beyond just our own childhoods, there is also something called transgenerational trauma. The idea that trauma and stress responses can be passed down from one generation to the next. And this means that if your parents or grandparents had to be overly aware of their surroundings due to the circumstances, you might have inherited that hyper-awareness. If you think about it, it's fascinating because it shows that our sensitivity to energy is not just about us, it's something deeper in our family line. Have you ever noticed that you tend to attract people who rely on you emotionally, or that you get drawn to relationships where you feel the need to fix or save someone? This isn't a coincidence. When we experience certain dynamics as children, we often unconsciously seek them out in adulthood because it feels familiar, even if it's painful. For example, maybe in past relationships, you found yourself being drawn to people who had a lot of emotional ups and downs. And you will feel the pain as if it were your own, and often thought you needed to help them heal to feel worthy in the relationship. Many people who are sensitive to energy find themselves in similar situations, and it's usually because we are repeating a pattern from childhood where we felt responsible for someone else's feeling. Now that we know why we are sensitive to others' energy, let's talk about how to actually address it. Here's the thing. 95% of who we are, our habits, beliefs, and responses are governed by the subconscious mind. This is the part of us that was largely shaped by our early experiences, and it holds onto these patterns until we consciously work on them. That is why, no matter how much we try to logically tell ourselves not to absorb others, people, emotions, we keep falling back into old patterns. And this is where tools like hypnosis come in. Hypnosis allows us to work directly with the subconscious mind. And that can help you to reprogram those old beliefs and release the need to always be on alert for others' emotions. I know that when I started using hypnosis, I was finally able to let go of that feeling of responsibility for others' happiness and focus on my own. So if you are finding this helpful, I will also recommend checking out my video on how to heal your inner child. Because healing your inner child is essential to breaking free from those old patterns and really creating a life that is yours, not one shaped by other people's needs. And I will link it here, so be sure to watch it after this one. Now let's get into what you can actually do to start protecting your energy. Grounding exercises. Start your day with a grounding practice. You can visualize roots growing from your feet into the earth. And this helps anchor you in your own energy and makes it harder to be swayed by others' emotions. Personally, I use this every morning, and especially on days where I know I will be around a lot of people. Before you enter a situation, set an intention that your energy is your own and you won't take on others' emotions. This mental boundary can be surprisingly powerful. So my love, time to try. Try it and see how it works for you. Okay, when you feel someone's emotions creeping in, remind yourself, this is their experience, not mine. Repeat it if you have to. It might feel strange at first, but over time, this becomes second nature. You can use this practice a lot when you start recognizing how much you are affected by people close to you, and it can help you regain control over your own emotional space. You can also imagine a shield around yourself, keeping your energy in and others out. And this visualization can act as a mental boundary, keeping you safe and grounded in your own space. I know that I started using this technique years ago, and it's now part of my daily routine. And let me tell you this, I have very beautiful, healthy, mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual boundaries. Thank you for spending this time with me. And if this video resonated with you, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next video. And if you are ready for the next step in your journey, check out my video on how to create healthy boundaries so your relationship can improve. My love, you should be proud of yourself for taking these steps. Every bit of healing you do benefits not only you, but also those around you. You are breaking cycles and creating a life of balance and empowerment. I'm very proud of you, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.